A few days ago, I posted a video explaining what was happening with the upcoming Rainbow Six Parasite. It got a decent amount of traffic, but I knew that there was something missing related to this story. And then just this morning, I got hit by a copyright strike. This is the first one I've ever received, so I'm not terribly worried, but it seems that Ubisoft really doesn't want people easily or readily posting footage of their yet-to-be-released game on the internet, even if other videos have made their way online. Who would have thought? They're willing to go after small, up-and-coming channels with little to no success, i.e. even my own, to ensure that nothing major gets out. The fact that the video was up for only a few days before termination was interesting, but that could just be chalked up to, again, this is a very small channel and it didn't register as a blip on their radar until a certain point. Leak control is understandable, and I don't really fault Ubisoft in any way. I didn't even actually break the story, nor did I do the original stream of the footage. So with a copyright strike, I'm getting off rather lightly. Any way you slice it, it's telling that Ubisoft is not yet confident in their game, and that there are a few major or many minor tweaks, or a mix of both, that still need to happen before the proper world premiere of Rainbow Six Parasite. The less information available to the public at the time, the better. And this shows that for the moment, no matter who you are, Ubisoft wants all the trump cards in their hand when it comes to time to make their announcement. So more or less, they really don't want you to know anything about Parasite. Unfortunately, it's still a little too late for that. Better luck next time, Ubisoft. So in the meantime, I can still keep you up to date with everything coming out about the game. And I've even edited my original copyrighted footage so that I can repost my video in its entirety following this segment. For everybody that watched the original, thank you so much for supporting me. I was well on my way to hitting my first 10k views on a video, and I was gaining some subs across the way too, so hopefully with this one, we can beat that. And now, in a really weird way, I'm going to throw it to past Richard to deliver you the news that you may, at this point, have already heard. See you at the end. I tend to talk a lot about Rainbow Six Siege here on this platform, and today I am going to shake it up. Rainbow Six Parasite is the working title for the next Tom Clancy game Ubisoft is putting out, previously unfortunately called Rainbow Six Quarantine before a much-needed name change. This new game is a full title release and seems to be based on the Operation Chimera Outbreak event from 2018. Leaks for this title have been coming out steadily over the last few weeks, including how some match structures work, available characters, guns, enemy types, customizability, and the works. But most importantly, we saw gameplay. A few weeks ago, just a short clip made its rounds that shows off some UI and an enemy up close that was followed by a sighting of a technical test on Xbox. So clearly, we were in store for something really big, really soon. Cue March 20-ish, where a beta tester leaked over an hour of the tutorial and other supplemental details from the game live on Facebook Gaming, where it was swiftly removed. Ubisoft apparently knows exactly who did it and will take action against them, but that's an update for later. For now, the video game. It seems to be a lot like a hardcore level-based survival game like GTFO, in which a team of 4 prisoners go into a monster-infested facility to secure assets and data left behind and stealthily fight against hordes of very, very tough enemies with limited supplies. Parasite seems to take cues from this while adding characters you already know and love from Siege. The footage is really small and a little hard to parse, It's kind of grainy, and it's absolutely covered in ID numbers, so Ubisoft knows if that guy broke NDA, which he did. But what we have here is interesting. Sure, it might just be another 3-player action game where you have to fight zombies, but there seems to be more to it than just the makings of another Left 4 Dead. There seems to be a little bit of that tactical approach to the game still, requiring some map knowledge and intuition to clear the levels, but it's been completely retooled. It seems you're able to barricade areas with electronic doors, perhaps to lengthen the amount of time it takes for enemies to get to you, or even to completely close off routes and make a safe escape. Stealth seemingly takes a precedence over the tactical and fast-paced nature of Siege, and abilities and toolsets have been changed around to allow for maximum compatibility in this setting. For instance, in Siege, Vigil's gadget hides him from only cameras and drones while active, and here it's basically a sound-dampening stealth field similar to Knock, which can let him sneak past large groups of enemies without triggering any aggression. It's a great idea, and I can't wait to see how other operator abilities are mixed up to fit this PvE style. Weapons have about the same level of customizability that we can see in Siege, but possibly a little broader with options to cover more niche roles as you progress. But the addition of a character leveling system for unlocks should keep me and other players around for quite some time. Hopefully, some cosmetics bleed over between the two games so we can have some ridiculous viral zombie skins in Siege again. And while we still have no real update on proper release for this game, leaks and speculation say it could be sometime this year. And with the technical test looking mostly polished, save for some placeholder text-to-speech voices, it could likely be the release of the summer for Siege fans. But with no real and official word from Ubisoft, and its development stifled by the quarantine that forced its name change, we could be waiting quite a while for this one. But the look we do have for now is enough to satisfy us. For at least a few more weeks. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to come hang out, play some Siege with our community, there is a link in my Discord server in the description. If you want to come support me, or of course you can always like and subscribe, but I also want to be able to do this full time, so I do have links to a Ko-fi and a Patreon in my description as well. Thank you so much for watching this once again, and I will catch you in the next one.